morning, Year 5, and welcome to today's SPAG lessons. So, just as usual, please open up your books for me. Today's subject, which is SPAG at the top of your page, and then the yellow, which is to use dashes to indicate parentheses again. And of course, today's date, Wednesday, the 3rd of February. Please, just a reminder, you can record, rewind, replay the video at any point you like, guys. Don't mind it as much as you want. And then here in this bottom corner is where I've got a little icon, which is when I want you to do some writing into your books for me. Okay, so you should all be experts at this now, but we do have to practice this just to make sure that we're using our parentheses throughout our SPAG lessons, and we can now begin to include it in our English writing. Okay, so make sure we're remembering that when you're doing any writing for your English. So the very first one says, add the underlined information to each sentence below using dashes to indicate parentheses. So our very first sentence says, Braden the Strong slayed the ice-breathing dragon with his sword of steel. Okay. So, and then the extra information is Braden Strong was the King of Carlton. Wow, Braden, you really have upgraded a little bit, haven't you? King of Carlton, very nice. And then our second sentence is Inaya was rescued from the ice-breathing dragon, well done, Braden, and ran back home to see her family. And our extra bit of information is that Inaya was terrified of the dragon, and Inaya, I do not blame you, I would be too. And again, so I'd like you to write this into your book for me, please. Or what I want you to do is just rewrite these sentences and then add in that extra bit of information as parentheses for me using the dashes. Okay, so pause the video and give that a go. Okay, so you should have done that now, and this is what your answers should look like. So I've got Braden the Strong, who was the King of Carlton, slayed the ice-breathing dragon with his sword of steel. Nice and easy, adding that extra bit of information about Braden. And then here, again, exactly the same, you're adding that extra bit of information about Inaya, okay, using those dashes in the correct space. So you should be all experts at that by now. Okay, again, I would like you to write this into your book for me. So true or false, the sentence below needs dashes to indicate parentheses. Behind the bush, the fox who was very hungry was waiting to pounce so that he could catch his dinner. So what I want you to do is put true or false into your books for me. And then if you believe that it is true, that the dashes do need to be included in here, then I'd like you to rewrite this sentence for me and add in the dashes where necessary. Okay, so pause that and give it a go. Okay, so you should have all done that by now, and of course it was indeed true. So it does need dashes in this sentence to add that parenthesis in. So behind the bush, the fox who was very hungry, there's your extra information. Who was very hungry? Extra information then about the fox was waiting to pounce so that he could catch his dinner. Nice and easy, that one. And then finally, again, writing in your book for me, use dashes to insert your own parentheses to complete the sentence below. So yesterday, my teacher, then adding that information there in the blank, so extra information about the teacher, gave us 5 hours of homework to do, even though it was school the next day. Okay, sounds like a very horrible teacher. Not something I would do, thankfully. You're very welcome, guys. So yeah, add that extra information about the teacher. You can write whatever you want and make sure you're using dashes to insert that parenthesis for me. So pause the video and give that a go. Okay, so I'm sure you've come up with some cracking answers. I can't wait to read them all later. So just an example of what I put. Yesterday, my teacher, the evil Mr. Dogood, gave us 5 hours of homework to do, even though it was school the next day. Okay, so I've added that extra information there about the teacher, okay, explaining who the teacher is. Okay, so you should have all done that now. If you can now complete the SPAG worksheet that is onto the website as well, that would be brilliant. Okay, thank you very much, Year 5. Enjoy the rest of your day.